Hi, this is Kirk, the bariatric carnivore. Well, I was reminded again that, look, the hospital system, the medical system often doesn't quite do things right. And last couple of weeks ago, when I was in the hospital for that blood clot in the lungs, I had to get my blood pressure checked one more time. And they did it. They didn't let me know that they were coming in. They just kind of stormed in and said, oh, we need to check your vitals, yada, yada, yada. Well, let me tell you what had happened right before they came in. Number one, I'd been reading the news and watching a video, and I was pacing around, kind of ticked off at something. So anyway, I'm in an agitated state. I had had a cup of coffee about 20 minutes before they'd come in, so that was a problem. Number three, I had a full bladder. I needed to go pee, and they came storming in, and they're talking to me. Then they take the blood pressure while I'm sitting on the hospital bed, and my feet are dangling and my back isn't supported. Basically, we're doing everything that you could do to elevate the blood pressure. And whammo, it was like 187. Well, that's enough to freak out hospital personnel. They're sitting there going, oh my gosh, we need to, dump in some more chemicals in his IV tube. And I kind of told him, like, look, do me a favor. Come back in 10 minutes. And what did I do? I went to the restroom. I emptied the bladder. And these, by the way, are the guidelines that are listed out in the CDC and the American Heart Association and every other place out there that says how to take a proper blood pressure. And because I was aware of it, because of people like Dr. Ken Berry, I knew what to do. So I went to the restroom. I sat down in a supported chair with my back up against it with my feet on the floor. And I sat, didn't talk to anybody. I just relaxed. I went to my happy place. What I do when I'm meditating is I'll be thinking about things that I'm very grateful for. So I sat down and started thinking about all the things that I was very happy and grateful for in my life and all the many blessings in my life. And they came back in 10 minutes, and now we're at 30 minutes past coffee, which is a great time to take your blood pressure. I'm in a happy place. My feet are sitting there. I am not talking to them. I just give them my arm. It is supported, and boom, my blood pressure fell 37 points without any drugs at all. Now it's still a little bit high, but heck, I was just the day before I just got my heart shocked. So but it wasn't astronomical. What does that mean to you? Well, let me think about this yourself. When you go to the doctor and they check your blood pressure, odds are you're kind of ticked off after the traffic. And then you wait and you get checked in and you're nervous to see if your insurance card and everything's up to date. They're asking you all these questions you don't normally deal with. And then you go over and sit in the waiting room for maybe another half an hour, and your bladder's probably full. And you may be sipping on water while you're in there, or maybe a Diet Coke or something, and your blood pressure's going up some more. Finally, they unexpectedly call you in. They hustle you down the hall. You stand on a scale. You're kind of embarrassed that your weight has gone up that much. They hustle you into another room. They're asking you all sorts of questions. Your feet are probably dangling on the examination table. You're not in a supported position. You have not been sitting there for 10 minutes in a pleasant state of mind, but instead in a kind of an agitated state. And they take your blood pressure, and lo and behold, you're up like really high. Boy, you're kind of hypertensive. Let's put you on a drug for the rest of your life. When frankly, if you it could go down 30 points if they took it properly. Now, are they going to take it properly? Probably not. There's not enough time in the average doctor's office to get a really good, accurate blood pressure. So what do? Take it yourself. Invest, $50, $60. Get yourself your own home blood pressure kit, like I've got, and start practicing on how to take your blood pressure at home properly. And the way you do that is you don't drink a bunch of Jolt Cola before you do it, but 30 minutes, drink nothing 30 minutes prior to taking your blood pressure. Sit down for 10 minutes with, just maybe staring out at nature, or, think happy thoughts. Do not take your blood pressure over a sleeve. That's going to add several points to it. So just utilize your bare arm. And the way the way these machines work nowadays is they automatically do 3 blood pressures, and they send all that data to your phone via Bluetooth, and you get a really good, accurate blood pressure reading. And if you have that data when you go to the doctor and they try to, before they put you on a high blood pressure medicine, you can say, "Doc, here's my blood pressures at home when I take them properly." And they will sit there kind of sheepishly going, "Oh, okay." And you've just avoided being listed as a hypertensive patient, something that can affect your insurance rates down the road. It may save you from taking some sort of pharmaceutical agent for the rest of your life, etc., because you do your blood pressure at home properly. This is Kirk, the Bariatric Carnivore. Look, in this fight for our health, we are all alone in this. The medical establishment, look, the information's on the web, but how many of you guys have ever looked up how to take your blood pressure properly on the web? If you do that, you're going to find out that everything I just explained to you is absolutely true. It's there in black and white. It even shows up on Google. So take your blood pressure at home accurately before you get stuck with a bunch of medications that really you don't need. Really, frankly, in this fight for your health, you are all alone in this, but we can all be alone in this together. And that's what we're trying to do with this channel. I try to put out a couple of messages each week. I will talk to you again soon.